If you're a course builder and your students are starting strong but disappearing by module 2 or worse, they're buying your course and never even starting it. This video is going to change everything. I'm about to show you exactly how to set up 3 simple automations inside HighLevel that will keep your students engaged, motivated, and actually completing your course. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You can add so many automations, do so many different things, but I'm just going to show you 3 to get the wheels turning and show you what you can do. But I recently had a conversation with learning experience designer Renee Koster, where she broke down exactly why most online courses have terrible completion rates. And it's not because the content isn't good. It's because students lose momentum and feel like they're on their own. So if you haven't seen that interview yet, I'll link it below. It's packed with strategies for creating courses that students actually finish. So before we dive in, I'm Kim Roth, and I'm a business automation strategist and certified high-level expert. I am the owner of Alora Connections and Tech Simple Solutions. I have over 20 years in corporate IT where I learned the best technology solutions feel like magic. Simple, seamless, and reliable. And I'm on a mission to help you simplify your software, streamline your systems, and scale without having to hire a huge team. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can automate student success in your course so you don't have to feel that you have to keep manually checking in on every single student. And you will start to see completion rates that actually will make you proud. But first, let me quickly explain what course automation actually does for your students. Think of it like having a personal accountability coach for every single student. Someone who celebrates their wins, checks in when they get stuck, and gives them that gentle nudge to keep going. The problem is you can't personally coach every single student through your course, but automation can. So instead of wondering, did Sarah start the course? Is Mike stuck on module 2? When was the last time Jennifer logged in? Your automation is handling all of that for you, and your students feel supported every step of the way. All right, let's dive into HighLevel, and I'll show you 3 automations that is guaranteed to get the wheels turning on what other automations you could add to your course to help those completion rates rise. Okay, so first I want to show you the course that we're working with today. You can see that it's super simple. It's just an example course that I am calling my Tech Simple Foundations course. And it has 4 modules that take students from tech chaos to streamlined systems. And you can see it here in the membership area under the course products. I have 4 modules set up. Module 1 is the foundation. Module 2, simplification strategy. Module 3, lead management mastery. And module 4, client onboarding automation. And here under module 2, I have a quiz set up. So the 3 automations that I'm going to show you is 1, how to automatically remind students to start the course if they haven't logged in yet after purchase. 2, to celebrate that quiz and keep the momentum going. And 3, to complete a special celebration when they complete module 3, which could include issuing a badge. So let me show you these automations. The first automation is for students who have bought your course but haven't started yet. And this is so common. I know I've done it where I have bought with great intentions, late at night when I'm scrolling on my phone, I'll go out and I'll buy something. And then I didn't quite figure out where it's going to fit in my schedule, and life got busy, and then I kind of forgot about it. But this way, when they purchase, they can start getting these emails encouraging them to get started. Okay, so the trigger to this automation is offer access granted, and you want to make sure that you select the course. So in my case, it's my Tech Simple Foundations course as my offer. Then they are going to sit and wait in here for 3 days because I want to see if they are going to start the course on their own or not. And after 3 days, if they're still sitting in here, they are going to get a follow-up email number 1. And so inside of that, I'm just giving them a soft nudge saying, hey, you bought this course and this is what's waiting for you. It's time to dive in. And if you can't find it, here's the link to the course again. So each of these is just giving them a little nudge for them to get started with their course. So I have a wait for 3 days and then another wait for 5 days. And I'm going to send out email number 2 with another nudge and the link for them to log into the course. Then wait for 3 days, send out another follow-up email. And then at the end of that, I'm also going to send my assistant a message and say, hey, can you reach out to them personally, through a Facebook message or an Instagram message and send them this so that we can see, what's stopping them from getting started with the course? Is it just life? Or maybe they didn't get your email with access to it and they're sitting over there frustrated, wondering what happened. So just reaching out gives that personal touch that people may really appreciate, especially if it is because they can't find the email or they can't find the login. So this is just one example of how you can nurture somebody who has purchased and encourage them to start the course. What happens when they do actually start the course? And so we want to get them removed from that automation. And so that is what this is doing. So at the top, the trigger is product started. So if they have logged in and started the course, that will fire off this trigger. And the only thing that I'm doing is I'm adding a tag that's going to let me know that they started it. And I am going to remove them from that workflow. That way they don't continue to get the reminders when they've already started the course. So there is one automation that you can do to encourage people to start your course. The next one is what happens when they complete a quiz and you really want to acknowledge that, hey, like you did it. You completed a lesson, you completed my quiz, and I want to send you a celebratory email. So the trigger for this one is lesson completed. And you can see here that I'm still picking which product I'm in, which category, in which lesson or which quiz they completed. Again, I'm going to add a tag. You don't have to add a tag for every step, but you can. And then most importantly, I'm going to send them out this email. And this email is going to acknowledge that, hey, like you completed this quiz. This is everything that you've accomplished. This is what is coming up next. Here's a little pro tip from me. Like you can really give them some encouragement and some ideas for what they can do with what they've already learned from you, right? So let the quiz trigger some, additional emails that give that personal touch from you. And then you can even, depending on what that quiz is and what your course is like, maybe you want to go out there and look at it and see how they did on that quiz. And then, if this is part of a group program or a cohort and say you only have 10 people on there and you really want to give your personal touch and make sure that they are completing and understanding everything, then this will also give you a task for you to go out there and check out and see what they're doing. So again, like using a quiz inside of your course, even it doesn't have to be a quiz. It could even be that they completed, 3 lessons or 4 lessons out of a module and you want to recognize that they've done that. This gives you that opportunity to do that. And the next automation that I want to show you is when they completed a module. So in my example course, they completed Lead Management Mastery. And for that, I want to send them an email, again, celebrating with them, giving them the ideas for what is coming up next, letting them know that they're 75% of the way completed with the course. And then I want to issue a badge because, hey, like they did it, like they're getting there, they mastered this module. And so I want to give them a badge. And this here is what the badge, an example badge. You can make it look however you want. But this is what their badge can look like. And they can go ahead and share it in Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, X. I was going to say Twitter, but it's not Twitter anymore. And LinkedIn. I think I said Instagram instead of LinkedIn there. All right, there you have it. 3 simple automations that will stop students from dropping out of your course and actually getting them to the finish line. And let me recap why this approach is so powerful. First, you're meeting students where they are, whether they haven't started yet or they're making progress through the material. Second, you're celebrating the small wins that keep the momentum going, not just waiting until the very end to acknowledge their effort, if you even do that. And third, you're using smart triggers that stop and start based on student behavior so no one gets irrelevant emails. You don't want them to get something that doesn't apply to them, right? So remember, course automation isn't about replacing the human touch. It's about scaling your ability to care about every single student's success. So if you're curious how this works and you want a course automation system built for your business, including workflows, email templates, the badge systems, there's even certificates inside of HighLevel, book a call with me. We'll customize everything specific for your course and your student journey. The link is in the description below, or just reply to any of my emails and let me know you're interested in course automation. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new automation strategy that can transform your business. So if you found this helpful, drop a comment below with "automate it" and let me know what type of course or program you're thinking about creating. I love hearing about your projects.